All right, so we're going to progress down the list here of the intervals, and we're now going to be on the fourths intervals. And you might be wondering, why are these important? Well, if in the next section, section 3, you'll see that we're playing triads, and when you do inversions of the triads, you're going to end up with intervals of thirds, fourths, and sixths. And so these are going to just give your mind and your brain just the familiarity with those distances between those notes already. So by the time you're playing these later with these triads, they're probably I mean, I think the intervals are quite a bit more difficult to master than the scales, the section 1 exercises, because most of those the notes are really close together. Maybe most of the time they're just next to each other, and then we're starting to do intervals, and there's a bigger gap in between note and the next note. And then the same thing is going to extend further in section 3 with the triad. So just mastering these intervals will definitely prepare you and make it easier for you to absorb the triad exercises. So okay, so we're going to here's the interval diagram, and so here we only have one line color for each line. Here, like in the thirds, I was explaining before, there's 2 black in it because I used it for the triad exercises as well. I used that diagram. Here on the fourths, fifths, and sixths, I didn't do that. So you can just see there's 1 black line. So again, it starts with black, it goes to the second scale degree yellow, third scale degree green, fourth scale degree blue, and then to orange and white, and then to red, and then starting over again. And I use the dash lines just imply that this is the next octave, so you can keep them a little straight in your head while you're looking at them. Again, I strongly advise, if you're gonna do this, use these diagrams. They really helped me. Okay, so here we are, intervals of a fourth, and so these are rising. The second note of each interval is higher pitched than the first, and then we're ascending, meaning you can see we're progressively moving. Each interval that we play goes up the scale. All right, so that's a rising, ascending, intervals of a fourth, and we're going to do the slow one here first. All right, now we'll play the 8th note, which will be a little quicker. Now this is the intervals of a fourth again, and the next combination is rising, descending. So again, see the first 2, each interval, the second note is a higher pitch than the first, and each interval we play is now going down the scale, as you can see graphically. All right, let's start with the slow example. All right, now the 8th note, a little quicker. Moving on to intervals of a fourth, falling, descending. So you can see the second note in each interval played here is a lower pitch than the first one, and the trend line as you look at the notes on the scale there, there, it's going down, so this is descending. And so let's hear what that sounds like, the slow version first. All right, let's play the 8th notes a little faster. On to intervals of a fourth with our third of 4 combinations. This is falling ascending. So the falling each interval, the second note is lower in pitch, so that's a falling interval. And then, but you can see the trend line on the staff there is it's going up, so we're ascending. Let's start off with the slow version. All right, let's move on to the 8th note version, a little quicker.